Hello, and welcome back to My Life in Motion, Vlog 11. Nah, I'm playing. Not doing graphics yet. I have changed the thumbnails. Um, Hello, welcome to My Life in Motion, Vlog 11. I believe that's where I last left you. I want to apologize. Sorry, I broke the consecutive streak. Was not trying to do that. Was not my intention. I got busy. And I found out that I was not alone. I have not been alone. By myself because I wasn't at home. I went to Kansas City, Missouri to go shoot a movie, and I got to hang out with the crew and castmates. And one of my castmates, crewmates, I was with him the whole time. He was kind of my what's called Sherpa or my liaison. He'd take me around. He escorted me to the set and gave me a place to stay. A really good time, really good company, really good person. Probably found one of those life friends you find, someone you can trust. But yeah, he's a little bit on the alternative side. If not to say he's a lot on the alternative side. But that's the way I like my crew. That's the way I like my cast. When you're doing a B movie, B horror film, and I was in Critters. We're doing a short movie called Critters All You Can Eat. It is a remake of it's a fan film remake of the 80s and the early 90s sci-fi horror movie, The Critters. Critters, and this is actually takes place after the second one, Critters: Main Course. So we're back in Grover's Bend, and it's 35 years later. So it's kind of cool that we're talking about it. We're talking. I don't know, talking about. I feel bad. You gotta understand. I literally was not alone. I was with somebody the whole time. I felt awkward to vlog, and I did do some videos, so I will have some things to share. But I don't really. I go to work, and I was focusing on what I was doing, and you end up, I was just supposed to be an actor, but you end up doing other things because they run thin on a crew, so you have to do other help. So I was kind of helping out. There's a bounty hunter, and he had a mask, so I was kind of helping him get to places so he'd what do you call it, wouldn't trip over himself, just in case. He said he could see, but I didn't want to take the chance. But what was I gonna say? I didn't want to vlog all the time. I was alert on set that they needed you, and also because sometimes you can get into a conversation and you forget you're on a movie set. So you gotta like learn to keep conversations short, small, not to the point, but just quiet. You don't want to talk too much. But sometimes it happens. You'll meet people and they're interesting, like showing you their artwork and start sharing you a lot of things about themselves, and that's cool. You get to learn about them, so I don't mind. But but when I'm on a movie set, I just want to focus on the movie, focus on my part. Especially when I'm acting, I want to make sure I deliver well. Because when you're behind the camera, you can literally look however you want, do whatever you want, and in the sense of you don't have to have a set I got to show this, express this. No, I'm back here behind the camera, just doing this. But let's get started. I wanna talk about just where that's where I've been. So I just did. I was basically I spent a little over 2.5 days in I was in Kansas City. I got to see Corey Feldman on Sunday. That was cool. Got to see him perform. That was a really good performance. He did. Corey Feldman, met him in 2019. Got to see him again in 2023. And he's entertaining. I enjoy the guy. You could probably learn something from him. He's a child actor at that. But let's see. So now what I know, what I like to do is I changed the thumbnail, so as you can see, updating these things a little bit. And we're gonna hang out today. It's gonna be a little bit hangout because I gotta catch up because I didn't realize. I think I did one Saturday. I'm not too sure if I did one Saturday, but I didn't do one Sunday because I started my day early. Excuse me. I didn't do one. I didn't do one Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and today we're sitting here at Wednesday. So if I don't do one today, that's gonna be for sure 4 days. But for sure, I know I haven't done 3 days. So I'm sorry, but it is gonna be kind of a thing I got to figure out because I will be on a. I was only trying to do 21 days straight, but I didn't even really have service. And then I just not making excuses, just kind of I didn't have an opportunity really. So now I'm picking it back up. The consecutive streak has broken, so let's pick it back up. We've been on a 3-day losing streak. Let's get back to them W's. You can't win all the games, right? But you gotta learn from them. So what I'm learning is I want to be able to have my topics. So when I write down my description page, I already have it here. I don't have to think about it on the spot. I actually do have a title for the page other than Vlog 11. We'll call this Getting Back to My Routine because this is what I'm doing. I got in yesterday and I literally just because I hadn't seen my son, so I was with him the whole time. As soon as he got home from school, I was with him that was it. That was just hanging out with him. Spent a lot of time with him, and I missed him. So that's what we're doing. But other than that, what was I gonna say? Oh no, I was just just getting ready to reset. I did it so we're on my day off because we filmed on Mondays, and then I had to get back Tuesday, and it worked out because my flight over there, both ways were connecting, and when you connect, I downloaded like 4 or 5 movies. I'm watching right now in the background. I have Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, and what do you call it? It's an awesome movie. That was my movie selection for my flights. Ended up happening was my flight got canceled on the way back, and I love getting to the airport 2 or 3 hours early, just so you don't have to get that stress and anxiety down of trying to get to your plane before it takes off. I hate that feeling. I hate being the last one on the plane. I don't mind being the first one and waiting. I don't mind falling asleep while I wait, but like the anxiety to just getting there from the parking lot, I hate that. Like, just avoid it. If any advice I offer, I've been flying a lot in the last 2 or 3 years, but I'll say this: if you're gonna travel and you're flying, you're not new to it, or you don't know how to, you just get there early. Like, get there early. It saves a headache. It saves time, anxiety, stress. It'll just get there early. So I got there 3 hours early before my flight, and then it said, "Oh, we're moving your flight." Because my flight was like at 10:40, and I got there around 8, and I was like, whatever, I'll just wait. And then I was thinking, there was the thing. I was my vlogging time. I was like, I can catch up, and I can vlog, and we can see. Like, I found the spot at the airport, and then all of a sudden, I got a cancellation because as soon as Brian took me, my buddy, my host, as soon as he took me to the airport, he got me up early. As soon as we got there, as soon as he took off, I get a text message from Southwest that says your flight got canceled. You're leaving at 1:40 now. I was like, whoa, wow. That's gonna be a whole like extra 3 hours. So I'm at the airport for 6 hours, and I bought a water and I forgot it. And then Brian was like, "Hey, you forgot your water. I'm turning right back and give it to you." And I was like, "Well, you know what?" And I thought about I can go hang out with him, but I was like, "Nah, just keep it. I'll just sit at the airport 6 hours early. I don't care. I could get things done. There's ideas I gotta get done. I could write down. I could talk. I can figure out this vlogging thing here. It's a lot of time." So I did enjoy a nice steak and eggs breakfast. I did have a really, really, really good steak and egg breakfast. And as I was going back and looking over my itinerary and learning to fly, sorry to change the subject, but learning to fly, but what time my flight was going to be, I noticed it changed, but I didn't get any alerts. I didn't get any text. Like, I got a text message when it got canceled, but there was another change, and it actually was my flight was actually ready to go, and it said that there was a nonstop. So I was like, oh, awesome. And the reason I'm talking about this is because all this extra time that I thought I had, I lost. But when I got back over here, I didn't end up using that extra time to do this because what do you call it? I just want to hang out. Yeah, because movies. I call it film fatigue. When you're on set all day doing stuff, you start getting exhausted, and then you have to it gets you tiring because it's a different kind of energy you're using, and it's kind of like working a double. Because you're on your feet all day, you're active, your mind's working. It's tough. It's exhausting. I give credit to a lot of people who are on all sets all the time because they get exhausted. And a lot of people too. Even when you're probably doing an isolation movie, you probably have more people behind the camera than you do in front of the camera because you have to get there's probably more inner workings. We'll find out. Let's do an isolation movie. Let's do one. I want to start doing so. I was talking to a castmate on Critters that wants to do he likes found footage, and I was like, I got some found footage ideas. But that's for another day. So here we go. We're gonna get started with. I'm gonna keep pounding down with this quote from Les Brown. You don't have to be great to get started, but you do have to get started to be great. Les Brown. I want to say that this is what do you call it? It's a good quote. Just get started doing things. Like, I just got started doing the vlog, and now my ideas are opening up, and I'm getting more things I can do. I found my glasses, so that's good. I don't have to. I wear contacts, and kind of adds I want to keep that body not as stressed. But getting back to my routine, so here we go. I did talk about where I've been. I was at Grover's Bend, Kansas, messing with some critters. So I have here. Seek opportunities. So I guess when I was writing this thing earlier, one of my topics here is seek opportunities. So it's just anything I can do from voiceover work to acting to producing my own things, making my. That's what I'm like. Now it's time for me I have time right now between. I have another movie coming up. I have two more movies coming up, so I like that. I'm setting them apart and getting ready because my job does allow me to take time off. I don't get paid on my time off, but I get to at least come back to work, you know. And it is a very manual labor job. It is. That's all it is. It's just lifting things. You're lifting boxes of wine all day. But you know, it doesn't demand a lot of brain power. It does demand energy, and I do get exhausted from doing it. So I do also take this kind of a little break. But this is my day off. This is normally what I'm supposed to be doing. So I'm back to work. This is what I'm learning. These Wednesdays are going to be my crucial days to get as much content as made as possible. So I have to seek as many opportunities as possible, and also like I'm going to start doing a lot more graphic design. So if anybody wants to hire me for anything, or if anybody knows of a graphic designer you need, or motion graphic designer, or content creator, writer, I'll be available. Because there you go. Because I would love to do this full time. I got to find a way to do this full time because it's fun. And if I can find a way, maybe I can figure out a way for other people to find a way for they can do what they want to do full time. It's just getting started, really, just figuring it out. And what I'm also learning, once you get started, you got to start learning things that are going to help you grow. Or like I started really like falling in love with directors that make like Kevin Smith. It's like fell in love with Kevin Smith because I can actually get a hold of him. I can talk to him. If I have a question, I can answer him. And if he can't do it, there's from that branch, from the View Skew, I could ask Scott Schiaffo, Brian O'Halloran, Jeff Anderson, the main cast and crew. I can ask some questions and they'll give me answers and they'll help me out. Even Marilyn helps me out too. So it's like, it's a lot of, there's a lot of things, a lot of resources that I can use nowadays, and I'm using them. And Indiegogo allowed me the opportunity to get on a movie set and be part of a movie. And I have the poster right there. I think that's such a cool movie poster, the one Robbie Lopez did, and I have it with all the original cast signatures and the director's signature. So we'll see. Let's see if we can bring this bad boy to life. I'd totally love to make that a feature film. Like, I love Critters, and if there's somebody out there willing, Robbie, if you watch this and you're willing to do a Critters movie, let's get it on. Let's get it going. Because God, that was so fun. I really enjoyed filming with them. They have such a great. It's just you learn. Just get what you need to get. I have a story for that too, so I wrote it down here so I wouldn't forget. But see, here it is. Here it is. This is why it's important to read film books as an actor. Okay, so this is a conversation I was having with myself earlier. So as an actor, you want to also be able to read books on how movies are made, because that way you'll be able to meet the director in the middle, where you won't just be like, because if you're just all stage or just performance based, it might not make any sense for you to do certain things because we're just in this little box, But you have to be aware of that as an actor, and you have to be aware, have a conscience. Some people don't have a conscious of abilities, and it's kind of weird. If you're not weird, sorry, I don't want to say it, because some people don't learn. I don't know. I know a lot of things, but I think it's kind of like it's important that if you're an actor, read and watch movies, because you're doing it because we enjoy it. What time is it? Is it already time? It can't be time, is it? Oh no, I got a little time. Or maybe it's dude, sometimes you get deliveries this early in the morning. It's early, it's super early, but it's almost time for school. But that's why it's important, I think, for actors to read filmmaking books. I know it's always good to always have a better awareness. That's one thing. I was always reading acting books, but I started reading filmmaking books just because Robert Rodriguez. Robert Rodriguez has the Rebel Without a Crew book. That's a good one to read. That's like if you're from South Texas or Southwest Texas, or Central Texas, and you're a filmmaker. That's like the Bible for us. It really helps you out. I think it's really important to read books. So I'm gonna see I'll start getting back to. Right now, I'm going back finding all my books where I put everything in as I'm putting them in my workspace in my man cave. I have a man cave, or a bat cave as well as calling it. I have a bat cave. It's pretty cool. But as I start finding my old books, I'm gonna start reading them again because I'm gonna get back into it. But for the vlog, I'm also gonna go for a run right now. Gotta get that. I want to get stay in shape. Keep my vlog going. So this is, I believe, 11. I haven't done a vlog in like I said, 3 days. But I'm instead of trying to make up for it, instead of trying to beat myself up, instead of trying to be like, I'm just gonna go from here, because it's gonna happen. I'm gonna be on sets again. I'm not gonna focus on the vlog. I don't mind. I'll try to shoot behind the scenes stuff, or I'll try, but then that'll probably just be for Patreon or something. But anyways, we'll see what I can do. I'm really here, so I'm not gonna get caught up in the future. I'm not gonna get stuck in the past. We're just gonna keep moving forward. We're gonna keep taking it on. So this is gonna be vlog 11. I did start doing the thumbnails, which I like. It's kind of weird way how I got there, but using your tools and your resources that you have around you to get to what you need. That's the whole point about this. Here we'll talk about. I'm gonna take a little break. So there's a little story here from American Dad that I got. I wanna share, because it doesn't matter. This is what I learned from this episode. I think it's called, I don't know what it's called, but there's a character called Stelio Cantos, and it's like Stan Smith's like bully, high school bully or childhood bully, and Steve, his father is trying to teach his son a lesson, so Stan Smith's trying to teach Steve Smith a lesson, and it's about getting, you gotta, if you're, it uses the analogy of you're an orange vendor, or you sell oranges, and you're a vendor, and you need to get to the top of the hill to get to the people, and it's hard for you to get the cart up to the top. How are you going to do it? You're going to have to do it on your own. You can't rely on other people that get it up there, And Steve is more like, nah, I'll get it up there. I'll figure out a way. And Stan's like, no, you yourself have to physically do it. Get it up there. And I think, I can't remember that. I'm totally spacing on the episode. But basically what I gathered was that Stan is telling Steve to do it himself, and Steve's I'm gonna get him up there, but they'll just wait. And I don't know, long story short, Steve actually gets Stan's childhood bully, who's still bigger than him, to come back and beat up his dad. Because it doesn't matter how, I don't even know where I'm going with this. It doesn't even matter how you get the oranges to the top of the hill. All that matters is you get the oranges to the top of the hill. I forget what the ass whooping's in there for. I think it's just to say, like, I don't need, because I think there's a certain time frame as the time frame's going. I think Steve just does it to prove a point, like, I don't have to do it your barbaric way, I'll just do it my way. And he ends up getting them up there anyways. But, God, I sound like an idiot. What I'm trying to say is the fact that it doesn't matter how you get something done, just get it done. And that's Stelio Cantos' story. I just like it. I gotta rewatch. I haven't seen it in years. But it's a good story. It's a good to have. Like, if your movie is not where you want it to be, all right, make it, and then learn and get ready for the next one. And that's where I was kind of stuck, because I don't know, I feel like I was kind of in the same box. I was trying to learn how to get out of the box, and I was like doing this loop circle thing, but it was because I wasn't really like focusing too much on my old stuff. I was kind of putting it as like whatever, but I got to go back and look at it and be like, what was the issue I had here? Because why would this movie came out way better than this one, but what were the issues I had with this one? How did I do this one last minute? Like, it's a different beast when you have to do when you look back, and when you don't look back, you're just trying to go forward and trying to make. And I don't know, but once I started following Kevin Smith and started paying attention to a lot of my favorite comedians as well, like learning how they do things, and learning, reaching out to people and asking for advice, and them reaching back and giving it to me. Sometimes not the best advice that works for me, but sometimes it's just advice. But the fact that they reached out really helps me. It really helps me keep going. So there's that. Also, okay, so I was talking about the Stelio Cantos thing. It doesn't matter how I do this vlog, as long as I do it. Like, I wanted to do it nice. That's why I want to do graphics. I can do it, but I can't. It takes a lot of time, and I don't have all the time to just spread myself too thin. So now I'm gathering myself and saying, where do I need to focus on? Where can I go? And even like doing the vlog, as simple as I was doing this vlog, I didn't have time, and I was busy, and it happens. So now we're back on it. So now, instead of trying to make up all this time, I'm just going to catch up where I've been, and then we're going to move on from there. And then that's it. That's how it'll work. We're going to get to 21. But it's 11. So after today, I only need 10 more days. So if I do this right, on the 29th of this month, I should be done. Right? Is that how this works? If it's the 19th, 10 days? Let's see how this works. Because I also got to get prepared for my other characters. I got to get ready for Kevin. And I play Roy and Neon Fear, so I don't know who that is. I don't have a script yet. I don't have a story, but I'll get it soon, and we'll see where I come in. But I'm enjoying reading the scripts all the way through and reading the whole movie, not just my parts. I do get excited when I read my parts, but I like reading the whole thing, so I know where we're at, and what's going on, and kind of I try to visualize the movie in my head. But okay, that being said, talk about traveling, because this is also why I'm doing this. I was going to talk about traveling equates to mileage. So I also need to recover to reset. And I had a really good reset, so I wasn't going to do anything with vlogging, or didn't even watch TV yesterday other than the movie on my flight. And it took me 2 flights to finish this movie, because it's pretty long, but I enjoyed it. It's such a good movie. I love the animation's great, the way it tells story, very modernized. It's a different alternative Spider-Man, Spider-Verse. I'm just finding out as I'm traveling, I'm starting to meet more and more people from more and more areas, and the one common thing we have are movies and filmmaking and acting. And if I can just stay in those worlds, I will. Not talking politics, not talking religion, not talking any of that. Mental health is something someone brought me up. Hey, you're the mental health guy. I was like, yeah. I was like, I guess I am. I'm open about it. I'm not the spokesman for mental health, but I'm open about my mental health. I think that's what's it's kind of I'm starting to learn. I planted seeds a while back that people are starting to notice, and I'm like, oh, I don't know what I planted. So let me go back and look here and there. Unless you specifically tell me what it is, I'm like, oh, okay. But a lot of traveling is I'm starting to meet more and more people and get to more and more places. I kind of do feel like a space cowboy. I do feel like I'm going in uncharted territory, whether I know it or not. But I like it. I enjoy it. I like learning from people. I like being around people. I like getting that life taste, the taste of life. And now I want to make. This is inspiring, motivating me to make movies, so I can be more. I don't know what the times, I guess, or more. Just they're easy to make. They're not easy to make, but they're easier to come across than before, because it was just harder. The technology's here now, so I want to use modern technology to get where I need to be. That being said, yeah, I'm whatever, broken, but not out. Yeah, yeah, I'm tired, but I have to work on that, but I'm maybe broken, but I'm not out. So I might miss a few, maybe broken the streak, but I'm not finishing it. So this is 11 to 21. We're gonna keep going. So we'll see how many days I can go consecutive, and then I might in the 29th, might in the 30th. I don't know, because that's also a weekend of a convention, and I do work the Friday. So we'll see. I got 2 more conventions coming up. I'm gonna save up for those. So I would like to work more, but I also got to work here. I got to spend instead of physically working where I need to go, I need to start working more from home. So I can work more. I can do more like design work, more story. Anybody who needs a writer, voiceovers. Anybody who wants to practice acting. Anybody needs help with acting advice. I can offer those services. They're not free. They're not free, but right now, since I'm starting off, they'll be very affordable, and also give you more than what you can bargain for. So, hopefully, I'll be able to help other people be able to create. Or if not, maybe you'll be able to team up with me and see pick up what I'm dropping. But yeah, this is the Spider-Man. I've been talking about it. The Spider-Man movie is amazing. If you haven't seen Across the Universe, the Spider-Verse, it's awesome. It's a great movie. The animation, the story, I love it. The acting's great. It's great. I mean, it's just voice acting too, but I mean, the way they can match it together, and it's modern time storytelling at its finest. It's a great story. I love it. I love it. This is coming. I love the Ninja Turtle movie too. The new Ninja Turtle movie is good too. Critters, cast and crew. Excuse me. Yeah, so I had a good time with the cast and crew on Critters. I getting to know them. They were fun. I got the poster. I got the poster with the signatures. I love it. I think if I would have just been like an associate producer, or if I would have just came across the opportunity to get to see this movie at a convention. If I ever just let's say the other universe. I don't know about this movie. I'm not in it. But let's say as a fan, as CJ going to a convention, if I were to see a Critters movie that somebody made for sale, and let's say it's $30, $35, I'd buy it. I'd be like, that's the director. I'll have him sign it. So I'd have a DVD, and they go, oh, you can buy the poster too, because it's an awesome poster. Even if I were just that, but now I have the poster with the signatures. What I'm in, I've never done that before, so I didn't. It looks kind of that's not really my signatures. I didn't realize it's long. I need space. I need air, so but I chose a small little corner in the top because I didn't really want to mess with anything, and I was one of the first ones. I didn't want to if I would have seen where other people would have gone, I could have known where I could put myself, but I get to pick my spot, so I was like, I'll just pick this. I don't want to be rude, so I found this little corner in the top left, and I just signed a little signature, and I put, because my character's name's Mitch, and before anybody could jump to it, I called myself Mitch the Ditch, because there's kind of a scene there where I gotta hide. Anyways, don't want to give too much. I want you to watch the movie. I want you to tell me about my performance. This is what we're here for, right? All right, where we're headed, prepare. All right, so prepare. So what I'm doing, I got now that we did Critters, I still got to talk about it, do some promotional stuff. I do want to do some graphic design work today on that. So we'll see when I can, because today I'm definitely working on side-by-side movies uploads. I owe Ben 22 episodes, and he's ready to do another one, and I've been the one slacking. Ben's been a great partner, a great host, and I'm the one screwing it up. But Side by Side Movies is a podcast we started in 2020. It's Ben Garrett and CJ Robles. We take two movies, we talk about them, whether they have something in common, whether they don't. But we just talk about two movies and two friends watching two movies, having too much fun. And that's what we do. We cut the show down to 90 minutes. We figured out how to grow podcasts. So now we have podcast experience. So now I want to grow that show up, give it more design, give it more love. And I have to spend more time here, more time with y'all, more time with you people, so I can grow my stuff, because I'm finding out that as much as making extra money and all that stuff's great, I don't mind paying people to do work for me, because that's what I'm learning. It's no matter how it matters. I don't have to put my fingerprints on everything. I can allow people to help me out. That being said, I have to prepare, because I do have to, like I said, I have to go for a run right now. I got to get ready to take my kid to school. I'm already hit 25 minutes. That's kind of where I was aiming for. But yeah, I gave myself a task. I need business cards. Here we go. I need business cards, because I'm tired of going to meeting people on sets or conventions. I don't have my business cards. I need them for next one. Like, I need them, because I did get new ones, but they all have the Indie Escape on them. I'm not there anymore. So I need to get my new cards made, and I know what I want to do with them too. But back then I didn't have the design. Now I do. So I know how to make my cards, and also meeting people with cool cards. I got a cool card, and he even says this is the worst business card you'll ever find. And I was like, that's so cool, Steven, that you did that. But maybe someone on set. But it's been 25 minutes. I could still keep talking, but I have to get going. I see the sun's already come out. I'm going to try to upload this video this afternoon, or whenever I can. I was asking here, I was like, how does Kevin Smith do when he was doing the tour for Clerks 3? How did he do all the traveling every day? It's exhausting. It really does. It gets tiring. If you ever travel like every once a week, I did that for 3-4 weeks. That's tiring. It's getting tiring. So I got to figure out how to get to New York. So, all right. I mean, I'm going to fly, but figure out my flights. I got to get that going this week. But all right, I got to get my business cards. I got side by side to do. Thank you for listening to me. I'm sorry for taking a break. I'm sorry for not being more clear what I'm doing with this show, with this vlog, whatever this is, but my channel. But I'll definitely be, I'll be ready. We'll keep going. Let's get to the 21. Let's get to that 2-1, baby. This will be 21 days in a row. But I'm going to say when I'm outside this bubble, because I had to get into this bubble, I'm going to just say the streak hasn't been broken. I was going to say that unless it's movie, film related, because it is, I won't, work is not an excuse. And I'm going to also say, I'm sorry, family is not an excuse for this, because I'll have time to break away from my family's understanding. So, you know what I'm saying? They'll give me 15 minutes to do a vlog. So, yeah, let's do it at that. We'll leave it at that. So the streak is not broken. 27 is a good number to end on. So the streak is not broken. We're still working on this consecutive days, because I literally left y'all and I came right back. I didn't do anything else. I promise. So I'll see y'all later, and y'all take care. See y'all tomorrow. Bye.